Alright, so I'm back with another video, and this time I'm going to cover turtle bugs. There's about 7 of them, and 4 of them affect war. I'm going to start off with Mikey and Chrome Dome. I have to show off the colors because it's a championship edition. There's no balance changes in this, but there are plenty of new features that make the game more enjoyable. This training mode thing is a Lewis script, sadly. Which was created by Jed, but I brought it over to BizHawk.
Round one, fight!
Alright, so the first one I covered in the last video, dead frames. Each Turtles in War have 2 frames before their animation starts, and these 2 frames are not affected by the game speed. They don't affect combos, but seeing how Turtles in War have them and they have all sorts of other bugs, I really like to think that this is unintentional. So 0, 1, 2, animation start. 0, animation start. This affects all of their grounded normals, not their jumping attacks or their special move. Now, the next bug is something that the community already knows. Knockdown throws can't be blocked when they're landing. After the knockdown throws, you can't block. Their landing frame, you can't block. So it leads to that. And I don't think I need to explain how crazy that is. Now, also throws, notice how the stun resets when I throw them. Now with turtles and war, it doesn't reset. Another throw bug that they have is frame perfect, but if you hold forward and do back and throw, you throw forward. Another funny bug, well, there's a funny bug that Mikey has. During his kick throw, he spins him around. He turns around for 1 frame. Now you can actually do special moves during this frame, and they'll go backwards with you. Frame perfect trick, but it's possible. Oops. Let's see if I can do it. I didn't find this, by the way. Koshe did when he was randomly playing online. You can also do his what was it? His super move. I forget what the game calls it, but his super move can also be done backwards. So before I switch characters, I'm going to cover one last bug. Now, notice how long it takes for him to jump. 0, 1, 2, 3. Mikey takes 3, Chrome Dome takes 4. Now from crouching, 0, oh whoops. Okay, I didn't jump. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles have an extra frame when they transition from crouch to jump. If there's anything the last video showed you, one frame makes all the difference. Okay, now I'm going to have to use Don to show off the rest of these bugs. And war.
Round one, fight!
Alright, so the first one is that they can't do turtles can't do close normals on war. See? That low kick is their close one, but if I walk up, I can't do it. And this is actually because of war size. And the reason it only affects the turtles is because they compensated close range for everyone else except the turtle. They compensated War because he can do his close punch, and as a side effect of having more range, it'll whiff at a very specific spot. This will not work in a War versus War, but this works on everyone else except War. And War's not the only character that has whiffing close normals. I know Chrome Dome and Asuka have them as well. I think there's one other character, I don't remember. But now, as for Last Turtle Bug, it's probably the most beneficial one. They don't need to complete the quarter circle motion for They don't need to input the diagonal for quarter circle motions. While it's easier to do that, there's actually a little tech behind this. Now I'm going to hold down and back. And I'm just going to do forward. Now you can also do down forward and back. But I discovered this today. You consider this exclusive to the YouTube video, but this doesn't work with Leo's Endless Screw. It only works with this move as far as I know. You can also do up and kick. I'm not sure how useful this will be, but it'll make approaching crouching Dawn a lot more scary. So yeah, this is about it for turtle bugs. But yeah, 4 of them only affect War, but they're still the bad ones. Like War's throw doesn't get reset during Dizzy. War can't block during a non-knockdown throw. War has the dead frames. But fortunately, War doesn't have the extra frame of jump from crouch. I don't remember what the 4th one is, since I'm just doing these impromptu. But yeah, I'm really surprised I found this. This will be a huge improvement for Dawn. And it really shouldn't be. This really shouldn't be an accident. I don't think this will be accidentally fixed because of the way inputs work, but well, it could be fixed because, as I said in the video before, that the first direction you can hold as long as you want. Since you can just do 2 inputs, it might be possible to, if you get rid of the, if you try to play more like a traditional fighter, then I see this. I'm sorry, I'm just having too much fun with this. You can do a weird DP shortcut motion. And still get the move off. The best part is that this doesn't... Doing it like this, holding back, means you can't accidentally backflip. But anyway, yeah, this about wraps it up for this. If you're interested in Tournament Fighters, then I really suggest playing it. Pick up the Championship Edition. Because there's a bunch of features, there's no rebalancing yet, so if you want the original experience, you're going to be missing out if you don't get the Championship Edition because you're just going to get a bunch of new features. These features include like better UI interaction, as well as colors, and you also have everything unlocked, so you don't need a save state or need to look up the codes. But in the Discord, we don't just cover TMNT. There's a Sailor Moon community. There's a Gundam community. There's communities for just about every Super Nintendo fighting game you can think of. Hell, we had a Kusoge section for Unholy Knight, that Super Nintendo game that came out like about a year ago now. And I even found tech for that game, along with others. Never really net played it because there's actually asymmetrical differences between player 1 and player 2, like player 2 can't do charge moves, or have like a really hard time or something like that, but we're just rambling on at this point. We're not a big community yet. We're not, but we're growing, and the future's looking bright for Super Nintendo fighters. I'm glad to help by finding things for these games. So, till then, I'm going to be off.